I just want to capture what is the light source that's directly over me, and as I documented, I don't need to make up any stories. This is Amazon Prime acting with the people. I'm pointing out what is group stalking by companies. That's what Omnitrans is engaging in. This is group stalking by a company where I'm subject to surveillance, and that's why I'm showing you no matter how early in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, where the entity is engaging in group stalking in the way that you see. That's Amazon Prime license 82291E3, going out of its way to cross path again. This is real-time demonic activity. I'm listening to every word that I'm saying, and they're also engaging in demonic activity while they cross path in engineered light under a light source that's not the sun. 10:46 a.m. is a reference to my presence in what is Rancho Cucamonga. As you'll remember, while I'm on Foothill Boulevard after leaving the DMV, where the entity kept the fake sun over me, as I documented at 9:06 in the morning, the entity is engaging in what is the maintenance of a light source in Rancho Cucamonga, where the Sheriff's Department, who is not coincidentally crossing path right now, and they want to be documented, I will go ahead and handle that. They're going to federal prison. That's an impermissible threat. This is a demon also. You know their condition. They're group stalking, and they're crossing path into what is not possibly the sun, 1592524. They're engaged in surveillance with the people of the state, license 1484969. And they were group stalking as I documented them at 9:35 a.m. at Hellman and 9th Street, where the light source remained directly over me. All right, which is impossible as I documented today while I'm on Route 61, en route to Fontana. And that's speaking to, again, what is state surveillance that's underway, showing you what is the maintenance of a light source. The entity is maintaining a light source over me while I am walking on Central Avenue in Chino, California, by the way, after I left the McDonald's. But nonetheless, in Rancho Cucamonga, which I captured on video, the entity is maintaining a light source as I'm on Foothill Boulevard and I get on Route 66, which arrives at what is the Fontana Metrolink train station, again, at a later time, while I am waiting for Route 66 still to arrive. And I get on that bus and I'm capturing the fake sun over me at Victoria Gardens at the 15 freeway en route to this venue. And this is the maintenance of this light source, also when I'm already at the Fontana Lewis Library. And I documented that while I was reminding you about what I captured a year ago, this time of year, where the entity was keeping a fake sun literally in the same position, but doing so over the hotel room that I was remaining at Economy Inn in Ontario, where I wasn't getting on any Route 61 buses. I was not going to Fontana. I was not going to Rancho Cucamonga. The entity was engaging in surveillance, maintaining the fake sun over my hotel room, rising and setting it. The engagement in what is demonic activity while they were monitoring inside of private spaces. The sex offender, that is 7RSH284, part of the same pattern of conduct. It does not stop. The government is engaging in surveillance just like it was a year ago, just like the Sheriff's Department was a year ago, all right? Engaging in what is group stalking at that venue, as I documented at 10:46 in the morning, where they were group stalking in that parking lot, all right, with the fire department, with American Medical Response, while the light source was directly over my hotel room. And this is what I'm reminding you about, 10:46 a.m. This is the light source that is remaining over me as I also document while I am what is remaining in what is the venue of the, I've documented inside of the Fontana Lewis Library, and I'm speaking to what is the absence of that light source over that venue. As you're seeing right now, the maintenance of the light source is remaining where I am, which is speaking to group stalking of minions. That minion is 37007J3. Amazon Prime heavily engaged in what is group stalking and will be prosecuted for that. It is currently 10:50 a.m. I can also remind you about what is the maintenance of the light source over me while it is over the Upland Public Library at 10:50 in the morning, as I documented March 16, 2022. This is not that. And in the same way that the entity is engaging in surveillance and group stalking, and the evidence of it is the environment, which is entirely unnatural, a scientific fact that this is not the sun that's over the roof of the Upland Public Library right now. It's clearly over this intersection. It's not coexisting. It is not over what is the Fontana Lewis Library right now. It's not over what is the Route 66 bus that's arriving at the intersection of Hellman and Foothill Boulevard, and then to remain over me as that bus proceeds east on Foothill Boulevard. That's not the sun right now, okay? That is impossible, and this, all I'm doing is documenting it and showing you what is maintenance of presence. That is speaking to, again, the demon possession of group stalkers such as Amazon Prime, 5VOH775, and the entity that is engaging in that same intentional presence while the entity is stalking by helicopter. That's what Amazon Prime is engaging in. That's what the Sheriff's Department is engaging in. Knowledge of everything that I'm documenting it as I'm documenting it. This is the priority that I am to the demon-possessed population that's engaging in group stalking and doing so in incredible manners, using trains, using planes, using helicopters. The demon-possessed that are of law enforcement that are stalking me and on the edge of their seats with every word that I utter. Okay? It is currently 10:51 a.m. That is the entity flying in relevant position above the fake sun. Okay? If that was the actual sun, it would burn up. All right? based on what we're told about the sun, it's a gaseous ball of fire. The actual sun is not remaining over the city of Upland, over the library at the same time, though, also. And it's also not going to be on the same street setting in alignment with that library that's right there up on this opposite side of the same block at 6:36 p.m. All right, just to be on this side of the same street in the evening. That's stalking with the light source. These are demons. 4YLZ240, and that's a demon flying an airplane group stalking. Group stalking is demonic. That's Caltrans, that's a state actor crossing path, engaging in surveillance, 1498110, I believe. That's P.O.C. It is currently 10:52 a.m.